Hey guys, welcome into episode 8 of our San Jose Sharks rebuild here in NHL 22. It's been a phenomenal couple years for our franchise as we started out with a couple of horrendous seasons that landed us some huge draft picks in Connor Bedard and Matthew Savoie. But in the last episode, we were able to get to the second round of our first ever playoff appearance against the Winnipeg Jets after winning in the first round. So this episode, we're going to pick it up going into Game 4 of Round 2 against Winnipeg and see if we can keep our cup run alive early on in our franchise rebuild. All right, guys, let's get into it. Here we are. Again, Timo Meier leading the way with 8 points in 7 games. We'll take a look at our lineup real quick going into Game 4. Timo Meier centered by Connor Bedard and Tomas Hertl. That is a +5 chemistry. You've got Killorn, who we signed in the offseason with Matthew Savoie and William Eklund. And then Ivan Kulemin with Logan Couture and Burakovsky. Jay O'Brien, who we signed as well, kind of a surprise addition. He's a medium top 6, 82 overall, with Cody Glass and Jonathan Dahlen. On defense, we've got Ferraro and Carlson with a +5, Hayden Fleury and Edler, and then Jake Middleton and Ryan Markley. In net, it's obviously our weak spot with Cam Talbot and Philip Lindbergh, but Philip Lindbergh, a low elite 80 overall goaltender, pretty impressive there. But nonetheless, we're going into game number 4 against the Winnipeg Jets with a chance to go up in the series 3-2. We'll take a look around the league just to see the rest of the playoff tree, as we did eliminate the Minnesota Wild in 4 straight of our first ever playoff appearance in this franchise rebuild. You've got the Ducks and Oilers in the other Western Conference semifinals. They're 2-1 for the Ducks. On the other side, it's the Rangers and Hurricanes, 2-1 for the Rangers. And then Florida and Tampa, a great rivalry now, 2-1 in that series, with all vying to go to the conference final. So let's take a look and get into game number 4 in San Jose. We will slow sim it here and see through the first period. It is going to be 1-0 as William Eklund will score on Connor Hellebuyck. 12 shots to 8 through the first period. That's huge. All right, going through the second period, and it is 1-1 as Kopp will beat Talbot. And now we've got to see going into that third period, can we actually win game number 4 as a power play early for Winnipeg? We kill that off. 26-16 are the shots, but Perfetti is going to score, and then Foligno gets one immediately, and that's pretty bad. A big hole now. 3-1 power play for us, though, and we score. Timo Meier on the power play, but it's 4-2 as Dubois comes right back as these Winnipeg Jets have a great third period, and that is going to do it in Game 4 as the series is now all tied up. Take a look at the 3 stars. Dubois with a goal and an assist, Hellebuyck with 30 saves, and Kopp with a goal and an assist as well. So obviously that's pretty tough, but the Jets were a great team. So, you know, I'm not too upset with that. We do take the split going into Game 5. It's now a best of 3. This is a big game. Obviously, we don't want to go down in the series. I don't think it's time to change up the lines just yet. We'll see what happens in this one. Well, we'll go right into game number 5 in Winnipeg. Through the first period, it is 1-1. Bedard and Juolevi will get the goals here. Through 2, it is still 1-1. Nail biters across the board. Third period, it was brutal for us in game 4, and we kill off the power play. Can we get a lead? Another power play for Winnipeg. We kill that one off. Man, we are playing dirty hockey, it seems. 5 minutes to go, roughly. And it is still 1-1. Are we going to have overtime in Game 5? And we will. All right, so Game 5 is going to overtime, and that means we are going to jump in and see how this one finishes off. All right, guys, it's Bedard versus Scheifele on the draw. Overtime in Game 5. Here we go. Big moment in the series, and Winnipeg will win it with Pionk. He'll cross the red line early. Nice little weave in and out to Scheifele. Shot on. That one's going to be saved by Talbot. Bedard picks it up. Absolutely leveled. Big turnover, but a big hit there by Ferraro to get it back. Winnipeg still has it. Scheifele tied up along the boards. Kicks out in front. Carlson clears that up, and he'll send it down the boards to Hertl. Hertl across the line. He's had a couple of big moments in this playoff as Bedard rips one on, and that one's going to be stopped. Scheifele, he'll pick up the rebound. Pionk pressured, and now Kyle Connor will skate it out as he stops in the neutral zone, sends one over to Ehlers. Nice pass there. Ehlers fires one on. That one's going to be held as it almost squeaked through. Talbot closes the legs on that one. Whew. Okay. So a couple of chances at both ends here early on in the first overtime. Bedard's still out there against Scheifele. First line's out there, and Bedard will win it to Carlson. Carlson, he'll send that to Timo Meier. Nice little deke move. Meier with it. Fires one on, and Hellebuck with the easy save off the toe drag. And we've got an offensive zone draw for the Sharks. You see the hits there as Winnipeg leading in that department. Bedard again on the draw. And Scheifele will win once again. Pionk with it. He circles back, looking to break the puck out. Turns it over, though. As a good forecheck. Hurdle in front. He scores! Tomas Hurdle is going to end it in overtime. That's a great forecheck there by the Sharks. And we take the 3-2 series lead in overtime, stunning the Winnipeg Jets. Let's go. As a big turnover in front, and Hurdle will bury that one. Meier, what a check there. Scheifele can't pick it up, and Meier is just laying the body. And a 2-1 game winner. And we are one win away from the conference finals in year number 3. Back in San Jose with a chance to end it. Meier obviously impactful on that last play. 10 points in 9 games leading the way. And it's time. Are we going to the conference finals, or will there be a game 7? We'll fast sim that first period, and it is 1-0. Killorn will beat Hellebuck on the power play, and we've got a 1-0 lead here. 12 shots to 5 already. And through to O'Brien and Merkley are going to pick one up each, and we've got a 3-0 lead. And that should be enough. 30-11 are the shots. So these Sharks smell blood in the water. No pun intended. We get a power play here. Can't beat that one. All right, we'll sim through a little bit more. 10 minutes to go roughly in the game. And we're just pumping shots on goal. What a performance here. As we get another one. Connor Bedard. Under 5 to go. And we are going to hop in and see how this one finishes out, as these Sharks are about to go to the conference final. The captain, Couture, he'll win the draw. Merkley's got a goal in this game. The crowd is going nuts. Under a minute to go. Here's Kuhlman looking to end it. In tight. That one's going to be stopped, and we're going to have a face-off. I've got to say, I did not expect a conference final appearance in year number 3. As some of our draft picks have really hit. We've done a phenomenal job drafting. We signed some players on one-year deals to try and come in and complement and help them grow, and they've turned into key contributors here on our cup run. As we look to end this one, is Kyle Connor trying to get one late. Fires one on. Rebound, kicks out, and Carlson will clear that one. Still making way too much money, but Carlson having a decent season still. 50 points roughly. And I'm okay with that, even though it does cost about $11 million. Vlasic, obviously, with retiring, bailed us out as he retired really early. And they're going to score as Talbot no longer will have the shutout bid. But that's okay, as Ehlers gets one with 16.9 remaining. Obviously, tough to not get the shutout there, but that's all right. 15 seconds to go in the game. And we are that close from moving on to the conference finals. Is Ferraro. He'll get in deep. Meier to Bedard. Does he have one more? That one ricochets off the post. Ehlers will be held up. They rim it around. Schmidt's got it. 3 seconds to go. And these Sharks are going to the conference final in year number 3 of our rebuild. I cannot believe that we are one series away from our first Stanley Cup appearance. As Logan Couture and the boys, Talbot and net, we signed him in the offseason. And yeah, gotta say, pretty impressed with this squadron. As we see the handshake line, Couture says, Wheeler, pack your you're out of here. Scheifele, see ya. Timo Meier, first All-Star appearance in real life for my boy. Excited for him. He's having a phenomenal season. Obviously, 5 goals in a game, franchise record there. But these Sharks going on to the Western Conference Final after a 4-1 win in game number 6. All right, guys, so we are actually moving on to the 3rd round. We'll take a look at who we're going to be facing in the other series in the Eastern Conference. And it looks like the Ducks and Oilers are going to Game 7. Man, that Ducks squad loaded up at the deadline in year 1. And that team's got to be pretty good. But, I mean, Connor and Drysdale is going to be gross. The Rangers are going to go to the conference final. And Game 7 between the Tampa Bay Lightning and Florida Panthers is going to be electric there. So, all right, here we go. We'll advance. Who are we playing in the third round? And it is going to be the Anaheim Ducks. All right, 46-29-7 as they eliminate the Edmonton Oilers. We'll take a look who won the All-Florida battle. And it was the Florida Panthers. So Florida and the Rangers are going to vie for the Stanley Cup appearance on the East. Ducks and Sharks, an all-California matchup. Okay, let's take a look at what the Ducks actually look like now in year 3. As like I said, they did load up. We've got Johnny Gaudreau at 91 overall, Trevor Zegras at 88, and Jacob Perreault at 85. We've got Troy Terry, Nazem Kadri, and Jacob Silverberg, Maxime Comtois, Mason McTavish, and Raquel, and LeBanc, Henrique, and Max Jones. That's a great squad. Lindholm and Drysdale is a 91 overall. Jacob Larson, Fowler, Henry Thrun, who is he? Undrafted, okay. And Simon Benoit, 79 overall. And then in nets, the 83 overall, John Gibson now with Lucas Dostal as his backup. So the goaltender matchup is not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, so let's take a look at our lines. Their offense is extremely deep. And we'll take a look one more time just at our team going into this. We've got Meyer, Bedard, and Hurdle. Bedard has 11 points in 10 games. We're okay with that. Hurdle is at 10, so our first line has been phenomenal. William Eklund has 5 in 10, as well as, we'll take a look, as Matthew Savoy has 7 in 10, and then Killorn only 4, but obviously a big goal in that last series. 3 points for Kulemin, 2 points for Couture, and 3 points from Burakovsky. Not a lot of production from our third line there. So, all right, I mean, I'm worried about it. We'll see. In terms of where they finished, I kind of want to take a look at that real quick. As I believe, okay, they didn't win the division. They had 99 points. We had 92, so not that much of a difference. They did eliminate the 106-point Oilers, so that was actually a W. All right, and the draft class does look like it is almost ready, as we'll take a look at that and what we're looking at going into next year for the draft. Christian Norgren is the only he's the only franchise player. We're not going to be in the running for that, obviously. We've got Rory Rierkoch, Linus Eriksson, Chandler Lotz, all elite, and these are gems too. Demidov, as well as Celebrini and Yzerman. Cole Yzerman, what a cool name. Those are all medium elites, so, I mean, we've got like 6, 7 almost medium elites right there. We also have Berkeley Catton, another medium elite, and Andrew Evans as well. So we've got a couple of options in that late top 10 that we might be able to trade into. We got Brad Pronger, a 6'3" centerman medium elite. Wow, that actually is solid. So we'll see how that shapes up, but it looks like there's a good draft class as well. All right, guys, here we go. Game number 1 in Anaheim. Can we keep it up and move on to the Stanley Cup? Buckle up, fellas. Through the first period, it is 0-0. Shots are 13-4. Through the second period, it's 1-0 as Eklund is going to beat John Gibson as we take a 1-0 lead going into the third period. All right, we'll slow sim this one. Can we hold on to that 1-0 lead? 30-13 are the shots. Come on, man. 10 minutes to go. Can we hold on in game number 1? They got a power play, and we kill it off. Under 5, and we get another one. Logan Couture, there's that third line coming up big, and a dominant performance in game number 1 by these Sharks. As John Gibson somehow wins first star. I mean, he did have 35 saves. But Cam Talbot with an 18-save shutout. Eklund with a goal. All right, we've got a 1-0 lead in the conference finals, and we're going right into game number 2, guys. A chance to, we've at least split the home, the first home series. That's huge. We'll see if we can stun them on the road yet again. It's 1-0. Hurdle will beat John Gibson. Through 2, it is still 1-0, as Larson will get the first goal of the series for Anaheim in the third period. Now things are tied up. We've still got the shot totals there, 26-18. Can we get another one and take the lead in the third period? Power play for us, and we don't score. 5 minutes to go in the third. And oh, Burakovsky with a late one. Oh my God. Burakovsky, the hero in game 2. And we are going to take a 2-0 series lead back to San Jose in the conference finals. What a performance there as the boys come through clutch. The third line hadn't done much all playoffs. And there you see Burakovsky and Couture come up huge. All right, it's game 3 time. We'll take a quick look at the other series going on between the Panthers and Rangers, and it's 2-0 Panthers as well. Okay, that Panthers squad has got to be loaded. Okay, here we go. Game 3 in the tank. Can we take a commanding 3-0 series lead? It's 2-0. Killorn and Glass depth scoring there. Unbelievable so far. 2-0 is the score after 2. And we're 1 period away from a 3-0 series lead. Anaheim's going to get one back. LeBanc, the ex-Shark. And they're out shooting us for the first time in the series. We still have that 1-goal lead. Under 10 minutes to go. Can we hold on to it? Hertl will score again. That's huge. 6 minutes. Come on. And we do. 3-1 is the score. And we've got a 3-0 series lead. Somehow Talbot gonna just absolutely kill it in this series as they've scored 2 goals in 3 games, and we are 1 win away from the Stanley Cup. Unbelievable. In year number 3 of the rebuild. Did not see this coming. All right, can we end it in a sweep? Through the first, it's 2-0. Burakovsky and Killorn. Burakovsky the hero in game number 2. Unbelievable. Through 2, we score another as Erik Karlsson will pot a pair, and we are cruising to another sweep. Lindholm and Kadri going to score 2 quick. Oh my goodness, and now it's all of a sudden a 2-goal game with about 12 minutes to go. That made me a little more nervous. Okay, can we hold on to the lead? Under 5 to go. We get a power play. Okay, 2 minutes to go. We've got a 2-goal lead. We're going to hop in and see if we can close this out. Here we go. 2 minutes remain in period 3 of game 4. At home, the Sharks look to close things out. Bedard across the line. He's got it. Weaves back and forth. Shot on. That one stopped by Gibson, and he's going to hold on to that one. A huge season for Connor Bedard and Matthew Savoie, 2 integral parts of our team now, as they have just had a great season and playoff run for us so far. Obviously, moving on from all the older pieces on the Sharks, our rebuild has gone through the roof in terms of, the speed at which it happened. Is a shot on there. The goalie's pulled. Perreault with it now as Anaheim tries to get to. Here's Bedard. He skates across center ice, and he's going to send one off the bar. Can't bury that one. Drysdale to Perreault. Anaheim, the chance to get another one. Lindholm cuts in. Hertl on the turnover to Bedard. He's going to get another shot, and he misses that one. Drysdale, 30 seconds remain. Perreault sends that one to Gaudreau. Johnny Gaudreau rips one on. He scores! 26 seconds remaining, and we've got a 1-goal game as Anaheim tries to stay in this one, as the former Flame is going to bury that one off the rip. And now things get a little bit more tense. 26 seconds to go. But Bedard's going to win that draw. Karlsson, he reverses back to Ferraro. 20 seconds to go. Just need to get it deep. Ferraro to Bedard. Fires that one on. Gibson's going to hold. 15 seconds remain in period 3. Johnny Gaudreau now tied for the playoff lead in goals. Face off now in the offensive zone. Bedard loses that one. Drysdale with it. Drysdale weaves back and forth. 10 seconds remaining. They got to move the puck. Silfverberg. They pull the goalie. Here's Silfverberg across the line. Can't get a shot through. They do. Saved by Talbot. And we're going to the Stanley Cup. Yes, sir. These Sharks are going to move on to the Stanley Cup. As things got a little scary there. The goal by Gaudreau and that rebound save. As Couture and the boys are going to move on to their first Stanley Cup appearance in our rebuild. My goodness. What a performance there. Another sweep. Our second sweep of this playoff run. We've lost 2 games in 3 rounds, as we are not going to touch the trophy. Take the picture. Logan says, not today. Superstitions abound. We don't want to touch that thing. And these Sharks are going to move on to the Stanley Cup to play either the New York Rangers or the Florida Panthers in year 3, the second ever Stanley Cup final appearance for these Sharks. All right, so it is a 3-1 series lead for the Panthers over the Rangers. Are they going to extend the series, or are we facing the Panthers? What an awfully warm Stanley Cup final that would be. Here we go. And we're playing the Florida Panthers in the Stanley Cup. Okay, let's take a look at the lines, as we are going to take on one of the better teams in the real NHL now, the Florida Panthers. We'll see how their lineup stacks up. 91 overall, Jonathan Huberdeau, centered by Alexander Barkov, a 95 with Gregory Denisenko, an 84 overall. Anthony Duclair, Anton Lundell, and Carter Verhaeghe. Lehkonen, Reinhart, and Bennett. Look at those centers. Reinhart, Lundell, and Barkov. They've got Owen Tippett as well as Heppo Niemi and Tomas Nosek. On defense, we've got Mackenzie Weegar and Ekblad with Josh Manson, McNabb, Forsling, and Montour. This is a stacked squad with Spencer Knight, the 88 overall, in net. Any way you look at it, this is going to be an awfully difficult series here for these Sharks. I don't think we need to make any roster adjustments here. We've got Bedard with Hurdle. Man, I don't know. I'm a little concerned going into this one, but, you know, we'll take a look. I just want to see Bedard's career stats. It's his first full season in the NHL. He's got 51 points in 82 regular season games, and he shot up for 10 more points in 14 games. Just obviously a great addition to the team. Okay, let's get into it, boys. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final in Florida. Here we go. We've done great at the beginning of the series so far. Through the first period, it is 1-0 as Denisenko is going to score. Shots are pretty close, 10-6. Through 2 periods, it's still 1-0 Florida, as we need to come back in the 3rd period. Can we get some more heroics late? Not looking good, and Lundell is going to make it 2-0. 3-0 as Verhaeghe, and we get one back with Meyer. Okay, as the goals start flying left and right, but I think it's a little too late. 2 minutes to go, and that's going to do it in game number 1. So we drop game 1 to the Florida Panthers. Lundell and Verhaeghe with 2 points each. Duclair with 2 as well. And obviously a tough performance there in game 1. We need to split the home and home series. This is an important game. We don't want to go down 0-2. Here we go. Game number 2, first period. And it is 3-1 for the Sharks. Meyer, Kuhlman, and Eklund. McNabb on the other side for Florida. Okay, that's a big start. Now, through 2 periods, it's 4-1 as Eklund is going to bury one again. Florida gets one back. Manson, it's 4-2 now. We have the shot edge, 30-21. About 12 minutes remain. Eklund again as he is popping off in game 2. Unbelievable. The kids for this Sharks team have really grabbed the reins here. 35 shots to 26. And that is going to do it as these Sharks come out huge. The hat trick for Eklund and 4 points for Savoy. You love to see that. And we've got a 1-1 series going back to San Jose, with Erik Karlsson leading the way, 15 points in 16 games. Unbelievable here. All right, guys, here we go. I'm nervous. I want to see us win early. That would be huge for this, obviously. All right, game number 3. Through the first period in San Jose, it's 1-1 as Weegar and Kuhlman both score. All right, through 2 periods, it's another one for Florida as Ekblad will get on the board. Okay, 3rd period, we're going to have to come back again. Power play for the Sharks. And they score. Huberdeau gets one back. Unbelievable. Now it's 3-1. Shots are almost dead even. Killorn doesn't go away. Can we get another one late? 25 shots for these Sharks. And Barkov is going to put this one pretty much out of reach. Unfortunately for these Sharks. Wow, one late from Couture with 1 second to go is not going to be enough. And we fall down 2-1 in the series, as this is a dogfight right now. Game 4. That first line has really not scored very much. And I'm wondering if we should... should we make a move? I mean, Eklund has just popped off. So is Savoy, but we would just mess with the chemistry quite a bit. So is Kuhlman, to be honest with you. Kuhlman has gone nuts. We'll give it one more game. One more game here. All right, here we go. Game number 4. We need to win this one. Split the series. And it's 0-0 through the first in San Jose. Through period number 2, it's 1-0 Sharks. Hertl scores. Okay, the third period has been huge for Florida. Can we hold them off? And we get another one. Hertl scores. Okay, 34-23. We get another power play. We don't score, though. 10 minutes remaining. It's 2-0 for these Sharks. Come on. Let's hold it off. And we do. Okay, a shutout for Talbot in game number 4. Hertl with 2. And my goodness, we're going to at least 6. As it's a best of 3 for the Stanley Cup. Hertl comes up big. We're back in Florida. All right, guys, here we go. Game number 5 in Florida, and it's a 2-1 lead. Barkov and Heponiemi. Meyer gets the other one, and it's 2-1 Florida. Through 2, it's still 2-1. We have not had a good third period, and Denisenko is going to score in the third period. We have just been absolutely pounded in the third period by Florida in the series, and that's really the difference. We have the shot advantage. But we're going to have to score a couple in bunches here, and I don't think it's going to happen as Barkov gets another one. And yeah, they are just pouring it on in the third period. We're running out of gas, it appears. And now we've got to win 2 straight to get our shot at a Stanley Cup. And here we go. All right. Will this be absolutely depressing, or will we force a game number 7? Here we go. Game 6 in San Jose. Through the first period, it's 2-1. Tippett and Noshik. And O'Brien gets his back. A fourth-line goal there. Through 2, it's 3-2. Ferraro and Lundell. And we've got to do something we simply haven't done in this series. And that is outplay them in the third. Here we go. And we get one immediately. Meyer ties things up. Power play for Florida, and they score. Oh, my goodness. We get it back. Killorn. And the boys are battling, trying to force a game 7. It's 4-4, 6 minutes to go. Power play for the Sharks, and Noshik's going to score. All right, we are going to hop in as these Sharks have got to score one to tie it up late, or the Panthers are going to win on home ice. Here we go. Game 6, down by 1. The Sharks at home. And here we go. Manson's got the puck. Pressured there by Couture. He gets the strip. Couture with the puck, and that's going to be an offside. Quick chance there for the Sharks. As Bedard now out on the draw. First line for the Sharks. And Barkov will win it. Barkov has had an incredible Stanley Cup final. Here's Weegar. He's bumped off the puck. Sharks are going to get it with Hertl. Hertl now sends that across to Timo Meier. Timo Meier to Carlson. He's going to jump up in the play with speed. Here's Carlson with Bedard. Fires it on, and Spencer Knight is going to stop that one. 1:38 remains in the third period. And there it is. The Stanley Cup is in the house. Will our hometown fans be devastated? Here we go. And Bedard wins the draw. Ferraro to Carlson. Rips it on, and that one's going to be saved. Denisenko will send it over to Ekblad, to Weegar. Weegar over to Huberdeau. Under a minute to go in the third. Here's Huberdeau. All alone shoots it on, and Talbot is going to hold on to that one. 50 seconds now remain. All right, here we go. Hertl with it. Wins the offensive zone draw. We're going to have to pull Talbot. Bedard with the puck. Meyer, there goes Talbot. Meyer with it. Tries to get it in. Shot on. Rebound doesn't go. Barkov with it now. Going to get a shot at the empty net, but they pressure him. And Hertl's going to come away with the puck. He dumps that one in. We're not going to get there first, however. 29 to go. Shot out to Barkov. Barkov up to Huberdeau. Huberdeau hit into the boards, and they can't score. 20 seconds now. Ferraro with it. One more shot at a rush. Bedard with it. Here's Bedard. Fires it on, and Spencer Knight will stop that one. 11 seconds remaining in the third period. Here we go. Can Savoy win the draw against Barkov? And he does. Carlson. Shots blocked. Eklund. They battle away with it. Uyghur's got it. Gonna kill some clock. 3 seconds to go. And that's gonna do it as he ices it with .2 to go. And the Florida Panthers are going to win the Stanley Cup in 6 games over the San Jose Sharks. What a brutal finish there. As the Florida Panthers, congrats to them, as they are going to be the Year 3 Stanley Cup champions. I mean, they have a loaded roster. You can't really be upset. I'm pretty jazzed for our Sharks. Obviously, still early in our rebuild. We basically tanked the first 2 seasons. This was our first year really trying to make the playoffs. That was the goal, and we make it to Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. As you see, Savoy absolutely crushed as an incredible rookie campaign from a bunch of our players. I mean, Bedard as well as Savoy really carried us offensively, but obviously not enough, as the Florida Panthers are going to be your Stanley Cup champions. And now we head into the offseason. We've got some big decisions. Do we trade some of our draft picks? Do we trade up to continue building into that draft pool? Do we move on for some free agents? We'll have to wait and see. As Edler, we've got a lot of one-year contracts. Edler signed a one-year deal. Killorn as well. We'll see what happens here as Barkov looks like he's going to get the Stanley Cup first. Who's the Conn Smythe winner? It's Spencer Knight, as he had 15 wins, 2.05 goals against, and a .929 save percentage, will win the Conn Smythe Trophy as one of the best young goaltenders in the NHL. And here's the Stanley Cup. Ugh, this is awful. Huberdeau and the boys. Unreal. We were so close, fellas. So close. As there's Barkov with fake Bettman. In the same cinematics since NHL 09. He's going to hold it above his head. There it is. As Barkov wins it away from Florida on enemy ice. But now our boys know they've got the veteran experience. They've gone on a cup run. I think that's going to help us in the future. But, this is tough. Ugh, and the photo at center ice. Our shark logo there. Yikes. We'll be back, fellas. We will be back. All right, guys, here we are. I mean, we've got the draft coming up. Florida Panthers are your Stanley Cup champions. The Ontario Reign did win the Calder. And we're going to take a look at the award winners this year and see who took home the hardware. Obviously, you know, the Stanley Cup goes to Florida. Minnesota and the Avalanche are the other two during this rebuild. President's Trophy went to the Edmonton Oilers. The Campbell, obviously, to the Sharks. And the Whales to Florida. We'll go to the individual awards. Connor McDavid wins the Art Ross Trophy, his third in 4 years. Kaprizov wins the Hart for the third straight season. My goodness. The Norris goes to Morgan Riley. The Lady Byng to Connor McDavid. The Calder goes to Bork, who absolutely exploded on the scene there, as Boldy and Raymond were the other two in our rebuild so far. The Conn Smythe to Spencer Knight, as well as the Vesna to John Gibson, the Jennings to Mrazek, the Bill Masterson to Jacob Trouba of Buffalo. The Jack Adams went to I'm going to say, I don't know what his first name is, but Lewis from the Arizona Coyotes. The Selke to Austin Matthews. The Lindsay to Kaprizov for the third straight season. And the Maurice Richard to Alex Ovechkin, which is just absurd to me at that age. Unbelievable there. But another season in the books. And obviously, we've got some big things to look at for our squad. Taking a look at the contracts just going into free agency, obviously. And, you know, not a lot of things that we have to deal with. We do have some 1 years, like Hayden Fleury we're going to have to deal with, as well as Edler, and then Jonathan Dahlin as well. He is an RFA. In terms of, I'm curious to see about goaltenders, as Talbot is a free agent, so we'll have to see what to do about him. He played great, though. But let's get to the draft, guys, as, yeah, man, it's time. And this year's draft lottery, obviously a little bit less exciting because our Sharks will not be taking part in it. So we'll go over the other squads as Calgary moves up from 8 to number 1, and Buffalo goes from 1 to 2 when there's a franchise player in the draft. Ottawa goes from 2 to 3. Seattle goes from 3 to 4. St. Louis moves back. Boston moves back. Montreal and Vegas. Nashville stays at 9. Vancouver to 10. The Islanders to 11. Dallas at 12. Philly at 13. Chicago, Columbus, and New Jersey. And like I said, I think we do need to see if we can kind of get one of those high-end medium elite players. But there you see Christian Norgren, a 6'4" center. Unbelievable, man, as a medium franchise right out of the gate. We got Rory Rierkoch, who is a medium elite. Lots as well. Demidov, Eriksson, Catton, Zetterberg, as well as Celebrini. So a lot of medium elites here that we can take a look at. Brad Pronger might be the play, though, as he looks legit. He is 2 years away, though, so his overall will be a little low. But that's a nice medium elite, kind of in that middle range. There's also Julius Allison, 3 years away, but he's projected to go a little bit later in the first round. So we do have some options, as this looks like a nice draft class that we could take advantage of. We'll take a look at the retired players, as Corey Perry hangs him up, as does Zach Parise, James Neal, Lucic, Cogliano, Kyle Turris, Jack Johnson, Hagelin, Darren Helm, Chris Russell, Antoine Roussel, Derek Ryan, Trevor Lewis, Sevier, Ian Cole, Beagle, Glenn Denning. So a lot of regular NHLers. Danny DeKeyser at 34, Dale Weiss, Brandon Puri, John Moore, Smith Pelly, Bartowski, Wandell, and Biega. We'll take a look at the goaltenders. And Corey Schneider hangs him up, as Hutton as well. Kerry Ramo, Hutchinson, and Jonas Enroth. Okay. So, did any of our coaches retire? It does not look like it. So we're good there, as we hired that new coach. Trevor Lewis can now be a coach or a scout for the Washington Capitals. And again, we'll take a look one more time at the draft class going into it. I think where we want to focus is Yzerman. I mean, we have a lot of forward depth, so I wouldn't mind a defenseman. And the only really top-end defenseman, so we've got, obviously, Chandler Lotz at the top. We're probably not going to have a shot at that pick. But then we've got, you know, Andrew Evans, who is a medium elite. 3 out of 4 stars there, though. But then we've got, you know, Brad Pronger. I don't know, man. But then we've got Callie Sonnenberg. And then Julius Allison. He is probably going to be someone that we need to focus on. Because again, we need some defensive prospects, I think, in our pool. But all right, boys, I think we're ready to go and decide the NHL draft. And let's start our year 4 draft. Here we go, the NHL entry draft. And yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get that pick. So that first pick is obviously going to be Christian Norgren, and that's just going to be super difficult. Our first pick is not until 31. So we have our own first rounder. That's at the end of the round. We'll see how far we can get before some of the players that we want are gone. So we're simming this pick, and Norgren goes an 84 overall medium franchise. My goodness, they were 8th overall in the draft lottery, and Buffalo misses out on that pick. Unbelievable. And Weirkoch, and I'm pretty sure Norgren, Michkov went to Calgary as well. I think they lucked out and had Michkov go. So Rory Weirkoch is a medium elite 80 overall power forward, and that means Chandler Lotz is available here. An 18-year-old defensive defenseman who's NHL ready. Oh my goodness. What are they asking for? It's going to be huge. Like, we are going to need, yeah, like we don't have a lot of picks in this first round. And, you know, I don't see how we would have to move out a prospect, I would think. And there's really no one else I want to move that's that high. Like, we've got Braden Yeager, who we could move on from the first rounder that we traded for last year. We could have had him to the package, but I don't really think there's much point in that. We can't trade Erik Karlsson. However, Nolan Park, who is a 5th rounder, is a medium elite. I mean, I'm okay with that. We drafted him in the 5th round last year. I wonder if we could... Ottawa would be over the salary cap. So we would have to take on somebody. Let's take a look. I doubt that this would go, but I mean, who's to say? We'll take... How much does Nico Sturm have? A year left? Ottawa's still over the cap. Okay. Will it count, though? That's the question. Zaitsev, how long's his contract? Zaitsev for 1 more year at 4.5. What is Zaitsev? He's an 80 overall. Is there someone else instead of Zaitsev? No, not really at that cost. All right, let's see if they take it. And they don't. Okay. What about our 4th, maybe? We added a little bit. That one's rejected. We'll try our 3rd. I really don't see them giving this up. And we get it. Okay, that's huge. Okay, a huge trade there. So we move on from a huge draft steal that we got in round 5 the other year and our first rounder this year to take a shot at Chandler Lotz, a defensive defenseman who had an unbelievable season in terms of points. In the WHL, obviously not very good competition, but he does similar style of Marc-Edouard Vlasic and NHL ready. So he's got truculence as his zone ability. Yeah, let's go ahead and we are going to draft Chandler Lotz, a 79 overall medium elite, and that's huge for us. All right, so now we have no other first-round pick, so I don't want to trade in. If we have to move like a 2nd or something next year, I kind of want one of the other guys that is going to fall, like Brad Pronger, for example. So let's go ahead and sim a couple picks here. As Demidov is a medium elite center to Seattle. The Blues are going to get Catton, a medium elite left winger. As well, Eriksson goes to the Boston Bruins. Montreal is going to take Zetterberg, a medium elite center. A lot of medium elites in this. As the Vegas Golden Knights will get Celebrini, 79 medium overall. The Nashville Predators now at 10 at Yzerman. They get Yzerman, a 79 overall medium elite. All right, so now we're at the 10th overall pick, and we're going to take a look at the draft class here. Okay, so coming up, we've got Andrew Evans. He's not fully scouted, but he does have that gem status, and he looks like he's NHL ready. Another defenseman. That would be kind of big to get. I just don't know how we would swing that. Pronger's probably much easier to grab as another centerman. You can't have too many centers. And then Julius Allison's probably the play. Is there any other elites down there? Like down in the lower range in like the 2nd rounder? It doesn't look like it. So that's really where things kind of drop off for us. So we'll take a look. I don't think it's worth trading up here. As Cormier goes a medium elite. Wow, okay. Andrew Evans, yeah, just no point in that. So I wonder what Evans is. He's a medium elite defenseman, so that is tough. He would have been really good for us, obviously. Cavallo, a top 4 medium top 4 defenseman. Kiwi Haru is a medium elite defenseman as well. So a lot of good defensemen in this draft. Chicago's going to get Tyrell. And where is Pronger? There's 3 away from Pronger. And New Jersey wants to trade their pick. So as long as Pronger doesn't go here, he doesn't. Let's see if we can trade for Pronger. Again, we don't have a lot of assets here. Let's take a look at a prospect that might not be, that might be someone that we could move on from. I mean, Cody Glass is really good. Bordeleau is not bad. Cardwell is a medium top 9, 21 years of age. What about net? We had a lot of goaltenders, though, didn't we? Danny O'Sullivan, I forgot about him. We drafted him in the 2nd round, a high elite. Yeah, really, and then a couple of low elites in Melnichuk and Lindbergh, but really no one that we can move on from. In terms of draft picks, we have a 4th rounder next year as well. We can move our 2nd and 3rd next year. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Do we do it for him? I'm curious as to what we should do. I'm thinking here, Brad Pronger. Milan Lucic, 6'3", 2 years away. Our center depth is kind of locked up. We've got Savoy, Couture's not going anywhere, and we've got Bedard. So there's really no point to that. So we'll let this one go. And Pronger's a medium elite, 67 overall. Okay, the Coyotes are up next. They're going to take Merrick's, a medium top 4. Langweeder, a medium top 4 defenseman. Detroit is going to get Wisniewski. As we move down here, the Kings are going to get Kunitz. Where is Allison? He's about 6 away. So we can keep... Does anyone want to trade? So we're getting near the end of the 1st round. This might actually have some promise. Kolosov, a medium top 6 power forward to Pittsburgh. Ulver goes to the Avalanche. The Capitals will take Tavares. And okay, so the Leafs don't want to trade. Sonnenberg. Okay, huge. So the Minnesota Wild want to trade the 25th overall pick, and Allison's right here. Let's see if we can make that trade. We could do... There's really no forwards I want to trade here. Because Hurdle is not going anywhere. Bedard, Meyer, Savoy, Kuhlman. Lots is not going, obviously. Killorn's a 2-year deal at 6.25 at 87 overall. Do we move on from Killorn? He fit really well. And 87 overall is so expensive in free agency. 2 years left. Burakovsky was our 3rd liner, but I don't know. That's a lot of money for a 3rd line winger. Maybe we try Burakovsky, but then they're over the cap. Let's see if we can move a 2nd and a 3rd and see what happens next year. I doubt it, but let's see. And we get it. Okay, huge pick there. All right. So we've got to recoup some draft picks, I think, because we don't want to keep trading about forward draft picks, but Julius Allison... we are going to pick. And he's a 63 medium elite 2-way defenseman. And that's pretty big for us. Again, we wanted some defensemen. We got 2 great ones in the draft. Let's see. Is there any other high elites that are, fully scouted? It doesn't look like it. No, there's no more in the draft. So it doesn't look like we could go with some top 6s, but it really doesn't look like there's anyone that we need to trade up for, I don't think. So, again, there's not even one that has 3 stars or 3 rankings. So, Nathan McCauley's an offensive defenseman here. 3 years out, high elite. I don't know about that. You know what? We can skip ahead. We'll sim the rest of this round. We'll take a look if there's any gems at the back of that one. Back of the 1st round here in our 2025 entry draft, I believe. As X-Ray. Come on, what a name. We've got Khan. No elites, it looks like, after ours, so I'm okay with that. All right, so the 2nd round. Again, who's high up here? We got the high elite, Tej Aginla. Okay. Medium top 6 defenseman. Again, not terrible, but I don't think anyone that we need to trade up for. I really don't think. A medium top 4, Emiliano Livingston. Okay. Yeah, I really don't think we need to trade up for. We have our 4th round pick. We might as well just sim to the next round. And was there any elites that we missed? I'm not seeing it. Oh, we got a low elite in Tarian. Okay, so we missed out on him. Medium starter for the Montreal Canadiens. And a medium elite Coda Leak for the Kings. That's a nice pick for them. A low elite in Schneider. Okay. Another low elite in Dadonov. Wow. Okay, so there was quite a few low elites. A medium elite in Flood. Wow, goaltender there for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So a couple that we did miss out on. Okay. All right, we'll take a look here. A low top 6, Apostopoulos. 3 years out. Delo Rivera. A low top 6 is a pretty nice pick, but again, I don't think we need to trade up for it. A low top 6 again in Mika Toskala. He had 2 points, but it was against a really tough league. Maybe Mikko Toskala. I don't know. I really don't think that there's anyone. Apostopoulos was a low top 6. Ordio, Della Rovere, Therafall. I'm curious about that one player. Earl. None of them are elites. Okay, so we are going to go to the third round. And was there any elites in the third round? Did we seriously miss out on one? Doesn't look like it, which makes me pretty happy. Okay, perfect. We're into round 4, and our pick is coming up. Is there anyone that we need? We might actually trade this pick. For a future pick. A medium top 6 defenseman in Henry Wang. And I'm not seeing anyone, so there's a medium elite in Doug Haynes, but he's ranked at 135. A medium elite in Matei Holton, 5 years out at 18 years of age, 4 years out at 20. That's just his overall is too low, so he's never going to get high enough. There's really no one. I don't see anyone, so we can go to our pick. And was there anyone? Wow, fringe starter. Wow, a medium elite. Sawatsky. Okay, that's a huge pick for them in the 4th round. Good for them. The Golden Knights get a good one. And let's see. Is there anyone here that we can make our pick with? A medium top 6 is a really good pick in the 4th round. Like, that's not bad at all, but I'm not seeing anyone else. Like Haynes, but he's too old. Like, his overall is going to be a little too low. No, I think we trade it. For a future pick next year. Let's see what there is to offer. So a 25 4th rounder. We want something in the 25s. A 5th and a 7th next year. A 5th next year. 5th this year. 5th and 6th. A lot of picks this year. A 4th next year. Let's see if the Devils want to move their pick next year. Like, let's see if we can get them to give up a pick next year. They do. Let's see if they'll give us a 3rd. What about if we add our 7th? Oh, unreal. Perfect. All right, that does it. So we have no more picks. We only made 2 this year, but obviously some seriously impactful players. The draft is now done. We get Lotz and Allison at 3 and 25. Okay, and now we go into the offseason. And obviously, let's take a look at our coaching staff real quick. The A+ head coach, we've got 80 staff chemistry. I mean, like, our coaching staff is really well set up. The scheme fits nice, especially for Bedard and Eklund, as well as Carlson, Savoy. So all the important players, it's really well done. I couldn't be happier with that. All right, here we go. We'll go to the re-sign phase, and it looks like our NHL assistant coach wants to be it's Colbert, who is a B head coach here. I wonder if we could... You know what? We'll offer him a contract. Oops. Yeah, we'll offer him a contract and see what happens here. As we have a lot of scouts that are expiring as well. But they're all mostly C-level scouts, which I'm actually okay with. Yeah, none of these, we want to keep upgrading our scouting staff, so I'm okay with looking to see if we can find some better ones. So we'll look at our player and who we're going to re-sign here. And the only ones that we have to worry about Okay, so we've got some questions here. Edler, who is 83 overall, 38 years old. Hayden Fleury is 82 at 27. And we have 19 million in cap space. We've got Zaitsev, but his contract's ending, so we're completely okay with that. And Kniazev is an RFA, 23 years of age, is an 80 overall. He's going to make the jump to the NHL. Dahlin is an 80 overall. Middleton, I think we can get rid of Middleton and just put Lots in the NHL. I think that might be the play here. Gregor as well, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the top. We'll just start from the top here and go down. We've got 19 mil in cap space. Edler, what does Edler want? He wants 2 years. I don't want to do a 2-year deal for Edler, so we are going to release Edler because we just don't need him. Fleury, what does Fleury want? He wants a 2-year deal, 27 years of age. What does our decor look like right now? So we've got Carlson, Ferraro, Merkley. Those ones are staying for sure. Hayden Fleury, Kniazev, and Zaitsev is gone. What does Zaitsev want? Ooh, that's a cheap contract for Zaitsev, to be honest with you. And Kniazev is on a $1.5 million deal, 79 overall. Does Middleton only want a one-way deal? I think we have to move on from Jake Middleton. Santeri Hadaka, he wants a 2-way deal. I'm completely okay with that. Let's offer him a 3-year deal and see if he accepts that. That'd be huge to lock him up because he still has some growth potential. Mason Millman, who was a 4th rounder in 2019. What does he want? We're going to do the same thing here and see if he accepts the 2-way deal for 3 years. Sean Dursey, who we traded for, he was in a trade of ours. In the AHL, we might be able to put him there in the AHL. I'm okay with that. Because, again, our AHL is something that we need to focus on. We've got to improve our AHL team still. And then Allison is not going to be re-signed at all. That's completely okay. So, Middleton, we are... Yeah. Okay, so right now, how many starters do we have? Carlson, Ferraro, Merkley is going to start in the NHL. And then that's only 3. And then Lots as well. We're going to put Lots in the NHL. I think that's fine. We'll start his 3-year contract. And then, so that's 4. And then we've got Fleury, a 2-year deal. We could do 1 year at 2.5. You know? But he does not want an extension either. So we're going to have to pay the full price here. And... okay, let's see if these guys accept. We'll go ahead a day and see what happens. All right, Santeri Hadaka does resign. Dursey resigns. Mason Millman resigns. And Chandler Lott signs. So that's pretty big that we got those guys on 2-way contracts for 3 years. That's actually pretty huge. And I just want to take a look at the coaching staff again. Colbert, we just got to make sure that he's signed as an assistant coach. And that should work. All right, so we'll offer him that. NHL assistant coach. I'm okay with that because the coaching staff has 80 overall chemistry, so we don't really need to sign, to go nuts there with him. And they did just make the Stanley Cup final. Okay, we are going to have some big players come up in free agency next year, though. Fleury. I just don't like the 2.6. All right, we'll try Hayden Fleury for 1 year at 2.5. We don't have a lot of great defensemen coming up still. So Zaitsev and Kniazev. We'll try a 2-year, 2-way deal and see if he accepts those. Jonathan Dahlin. You know what? He did play on our 4th line. I'm okay with that with Jonathan Dahlin. Jake Middleton, no. We are going to move on from him. Then we've got Noah Gregor. Does he want a 2-way deal? He does not. I think we move on from Noah Gregor. Okay. Phillips. 26 years of age, 78 overall. That is a AHLer for us, so he is going to be on the AHL team. Any other players that... Okay, Hameliuk. Dylan Hameliuk, who was drafted by the Sharks in the second round in 2019. 73 overall. Like, he is just not going to become anything. But if he wants to stay in the AHL team, I'm okay with that. Adam Raska is a medium bottom 6. Again, locking these guys up in the AHL so that our AHL is half decent. I'm okay with that. Lamond, Ethan Larman, 2022 third rounder from us. And he's a medium top 9, 70 overall. Why not? We'll sign him to a contract. That's his entry level deal. And Panofemis from my Niagara Ice Dogs. We are going to sign him as well because I like him in real life. We've got Kip Foligno, who's a 7th rounder, a low bottom 6. I don't think we need to sign him. 19 years of age is a low bottom 6. That's fine. And Allison, he's not going to be signed. Artukin, Vyacheslav Artukin, our 4th rounder from 2023. God, what a good draft that was. Low elite. There's no reason to sign him just yet, as well as Lamb. I'm just making sure there's no prospects. You guys got to make sure that if the prospects say UFA, they'll go into the free agency pool. So you have one. As long as you still have an ink sign here, you can re-sign them, and you want to make sure that you do. Goaltenders. What does Talbot want? Goaltenders always want such stupid money. 1.75 million on a 1-year deal. Let's do that. He's 36 years of age. And O'Sullivan, okay, we're not going to do that. And I think that might be it. So let's go ahead and see. As Talbot resigns, Dolan resigns, Hayden Fleury, he resigns, Hameliuk resigns, Raska as well, Kniazev, Phillips, Panofemis, Larmond accept their rookie contracts, Robbins resigns, and I believe that is it. And I think we're about ready for free agency. As the team is just really good. Like, I think our team is in really good shape. There's no one left here that's a free agent. Zaitsev. And Zaitsev wants 1.2. You know what? We might want to just sign him and just play it safe. You know? We might as well just play it safe with Zaitsev. Because our defense is still going to be pretty ugly. And if we have 17 million in cap space. So we could sign someone really big. And see if that helps us out. Take a look at the scouts real quick. Again, we're going to have to re-sign some, but there is going to be quite a few that drop off. And we'll go ahead and do that because, again, we want to move on from the C-minuses and the Cs to try and get some A-plus ones and try to improve that. Obviously, it just helps with the amount of time it takes to scout things. As, okay, Colbert doesn't want to sign as that coach, which is fine. We can hire someone else. Okay, Zaitsev doesn't want to re-sign at that deal, and I'm not going to fight with him. All right, I'm not going to fight with you. We're going to free agency, and we will hire a coach from to replace our assistant one, which is fine. And okay, who is available in free agency? Let's just take. We have so much cap space, and at the top is Willie Nylander, who is a UFA. That would be fun. I mean, he doesn't even want that much money in comparison to how much they usually want. 8.8 million. I mean, I think that we throw the book at him. We also got Jack Rathbone, who is an... is he an RFA? He is an RFA. So it's going to be tough to get him, obviously. Malkin's there. Martin Necas is there. Beauvillier. There is a lot of players that we could go out and grab. I mean, even Devin Taves is a UFA at 89 overall. We could grab a sick defenseman. That might be the play. What about in net goaltenders? We've got Fleury, Gorgiev, Samsonov. What does Fleury want? 3.7? That's not that much. But we'll take a look, guys. Let me know in the comment section who you think we should re-sign as we come up just short of the Stanley Cup here in year number 3 as we look to start the free agency for year 4. The team is set up phenomenally. Guys, let me know again what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.